bracket we're in, every night is a closely contested game. So this is, we're halfway through the season, and like Yogi Berra said, it gets late early around here. So this is an important game for us to launch the second half. But every 2 points are very, very important.
Well, Coach, I don't want to dwell on any negatives. I know that we dropped a few right there in December, but then we had a great week before Christmas. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we did, and we knew we were going to have some struggles early in the sense that we only have one senior on the roster this year, so we're playing a lot of underclassmen, and like Bobby Knight said, the best thing about freshmen is they become sophomores. So we knew going through the early part of the season here, we're playing a lot of young kids. There's going to be some growing pains, but we're getting where we need to be.
We'll talk about those 2 games before Christmas.
Sure, we came back and beat Penn Trafford on the road down in Delmont. Very, very good Double-A team. We beat them in a shootout. Probably our best defensive effort of the season. We've been spending a lot of time in practice in our D-zone coverage, and it really paid off that game. Gleb Subak, our junior goaltender, who recently just was called up to the Tomahawks as a backup goaltender, really played a heck of a game between the pipes for us, and all the kids really blended and meshed in the defensive zone. So from a coaching perspective, when the young kids start to get it and you see the light bulb go on, that's very rewarding.
And I would say probably a lot of that has to do with going up a level. You have to play the best to be the best.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look, we're playing a lot of freshmen and sophomores, and most of the teams in Double-A are playing primarily juniors and seniors. So there's a big age differential there.
Sure.
We have a 9th grader playing against a 12th grader, physically, maturity-wise. But like I said, the more we play, the more we get where we need to be.
Well, Coach, and then right before Christmas, we bumped up, what would be considered a rival in Richland.
Yeah, we had a strong game against Richland. We played really, really well the first period. We've tried to emphasize getting off to good starts, dictating the pace of the game in the first 5 minutes. And Nalatov put one in from a bad angle against Richland about a minute and 20 seconds into the game, sort of set the tone. Everybody gets up on their toes and plays with a little bit more energy. So it was a nice way to cap off the first half of the season going into the holiday break.
Well, Coach, I broke out the standings for Double-A hockey, okay? And thrown out the top 4, which are Latrobe, South Fayette, Thomas Jefferson, and Norwin. Fox Chapel has 14 points. Franklin Regional has 14, our opponent tonight. Hempfield has 12. Penn Trafford has 10. And we have 9. And so there's a real battle for those 5, 6, 7, 8 spots in the standings to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, Franklin's here tonight. Fox Chapel comes in here Thursday night. Don't want to look too far ahead, but the importance of these 2 games this week is not lost on our team. There hasn't been a lot of talk about it, which is good. I think that means that they understand the importance of it, and hopefully we'll handle our business the right way from the drop of the first puck tonight.
So, Coach, your keys to the game this evening.
Well, we've got pretty consistent production from our first line, which is Timur Nalatov's group, but we've made some changes to our blue line, which is our second line. We've moved Eric Ewan, who's primarily been a defenseman for us for the past couple years. We're going to put him at center this year, or tonight, I mean, and he's going to play with Sammy Trieger, who's been very consistent scoring, and we'll probably alternate some people in on the left side there. Connor Hewitt's going to start, but Ben Canizero will see some time there, and Brody Dolgus too. But if the second line is keeping play in the offensive zone early, that's a good sign for us. But we're hoping that that new grouping brings up some energy, takes the heat off some of our top scorers, and really gives us a chance to be successful tonight.
Well, Coach McQuillan, it's always a pleasure to have you on the Coach's Corner, and we wish our Crushers the best of luck tonight. And just want to remind you, Coach, we've talked about this. we win, you're going to send us your crusher of the game, correct? And he's going to come up here and we're going to chat it up with him.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
Sounds
buddy.
good. Look
Take
forward
care.
to it.
God bless. Good luck, Art.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Well, Coach
All right.
McQuillan, will you have anything for our listeners here, Jeannie?
Well, I have some of our corporate sponsors. Dr. John P. Walker Family Dentistry, Laurel Auto Group, Ann Harris Smith Foundation, HF Lens Company, Allegheny Orthodontic Associates, Martella's Pharmacy, McEnany Brothers, Metz Culinary Services, Nico's Restaurants, WJAC TV, Ameriserve Financial, and Game Day Apparel.
Well, Jeannie, that kind of takes us to our hockey analyst for this evening, and Mr. Hornick's getting him set up with his headset over there.
Yeah.
And our hockey analyst this evening is none other than Jod Bradley, is our hockey analyst for this evening's game. Coach Bradley, you're hooked in now, brother. How are you, Coach?
I'm good. It's been a long day. We've been just doing some repairs on skates for the guys, and so we just got them finished. And big shout out to Dana Hines for hooking those guys up.
Sounds cool, Coach. Well, John Bradley is our hockey analyst tonight. He retired from ice hockey coaching, 26 years as a head coach, 411 wins, 2 state titles, 1997 and 1999. Well, John, you're part of the dream team tonight. You're in the dream.
Yeah, I'm in the dream.
You're living the dream, John.
That's it, buddy. It's McCort hockey's. It's nothing but I got nothing but the best things to say going back to Galen Head and then the tradition that this program has.
Well, John, there's some special stuff that Jeannie's going to talk about that's happening here tonight, and you might have some comments on it as well. So
I actually saw this on a Facebook page today, where tonight here at the War Memorial, the first Summit Arena, we will be honoring the 1994 and 1999 Bishop McCort Pennsylvania State Championship teams with a book signing at 5:30 p.m. I saw that and I said, I sent it to Rob. I said, just wanted to make sure you knew about this.
Yes, Jeff Morrow, his son used to play for Franklin Regional and has been a big part of the PIHL hockey for many years, even before his son started playing. And a couple years ago, he wrote a book on covering all of the state championships. And I think we've had one other book signing. He tries to go back to the schools that won championships because there's a lot of data and a lot of pictures of things that people probably don't have over the years, especially way back in the early days. So it's a great book, and it's great to be a part of it. And certainly, it shows the tradition that McCort hockey has over the last. I think the book entails like 60, 70 years.
Wow.
And
and Bishop McCort has won the Penguin Cup 7 times?
7 times, 5 state championships. 2 times we came up short, but
that's crazy good. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
well, congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
So if anybody's coming to the game and they're listening to us on the way here, be sure you stop in and get a book and get it signed.
Yes, it's certainly it's a great book, and if you have somebody that's playing hockey, it's just nice to go back and look at past champions and actually see how hard it actually is to win a state title in the state of Pennsylvania.
Excellent.
Well, for many years, John, I equated to wrestling. Pennsylvania was a good wrestling state, but now it's become one of the best wrestling states, and I believe that hockey's on that kind of rise in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yes, hockey is certainly, obviously when I think back in the day, Mario came and resurrected hockey in Pittsburgh, and then, I think there was maybe a little bit of decline. But then I think when Pittsburgh was able to get Crosby, that rejuvenated everything.
For sure.
And then I think that kind of turned things back around. And now, hockey is, almost every team or every school has a team now, if not 2 teams.
Well, Coach, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit now, okay? This is obviously a PIHL game, but we also play in the Laurel Mountain Hockey League. And I know you did that for years, some years, the last couple of years because of COVID, we weren't making the trips to Pittsburgh. But what do you see of the strength of playing in the two leagues?
Well, it sometimes I don't necessarily know if it's a positive thing to do. If you have, say, 40 kids and you're trying to get everybody, ice time, but when you can roster 20 guys, and now all of a sudden, you got grades involved, you got sickness, you got health, you got a lot of things, even travel hockey, for instance. Everything kind of falls into that, and then now all of a sudden you have a 40-game schedule with 20 guys. I mean, that's an awful lot because you don't have, and you saw that in college football this weekend when Florida State played Georgia, and everybody opted out of those games, and that's what happens, when you duel a team in two leagues, is that some guys, they may rest for there, and then you go into a game with 13 or 14 guys, and now all of a sudden those guys are put behind the 8 ball, and now all of a sudden not only are trying to get out of that game, with a win, but then you're trying to get out unscathed, and now you got guys that are getting more ice time than what they're used to, and then you could come up with injuries. Now all of a sudden when you go back to whether it's a PIHL game or a Laurel Mountain game, when you normally would have 17, maybe you're back down to that 14 again,
right.
And that's not a number to play 51 minutes of hockey.
And am I right? Some of these kids even play on travel teams, which actually brings another factor into the number of games.
Some of these kids are probably playing over 100 games.
Wow.
The course of the year. You got 40 between high school, and then if you're playing AAA hockey, I mean, there's probably another 80 games that that goes into that, plus the travel. In the PIHL, one of the I don't want to say the downfalls of that league is that you got Westmont and Richland are your local teams that are in that league.
And they're 1A and we're 2A.
So unfortunately, we don't get to play an away game here at the War Memorial. So all of the away games are now on the road.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, when it was the PIHL back in the early days, every team from Johnstown, was here.
Right.
Somerset, Ferndale, Conemaugh Valley, Richland, Forest Hills. So you'd have an away game, and it'd be home
here
at the War Memorial.
Right.
So the travel, now all of a sudden, what you accrue is the expense of busing and all that stuff. So, it basically makes hockey a very, very expensive sport.
And it also, if you have all
Trust
those games
me, I know
here,
about that. Sorry, Jeannie.
If you have all those games here, you also build a crowd. Like you build a following amongst your student base that they know that because very few students are going to travel to Penn Trafford or Franklin Regional because it's a long drive, and especially during the winter months. So, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to do because what happens is a lot of the students don't necessarily see a rivalry between Penn Trafford or Norwin. They're used to the Richlands or the Westmonts or the Forest Hills, and then that's what builds rivalries.
Coach Bradley, I'm going to need your help a little bit. If you can identify the officials for this evening, that is
DeMonkus
and Miller.
Yes.
DeMonkus and Miller are the officials for this evening's ice hockey game. So that takes us, Jeannie, right into our keys to the game. And, John, we're going to come to you last. Jeannie, what are your keys to the game?
Well, my keys to the game would be, of course, we're playing a very competitive team. It's important to come out strong to show them that you mean business, play an aggressive game, coming straight off the ice.
Well, and, John, when we talked to Coach McQuillan on the coach's corner, that 9th place, 8th place, 7th place, 6th place, 5th place in the league, we're talking about 4 or 5 point differences with all those teams. You got 6 teams fighting for like the 6th, 7th, 8th spot. So for me, my keys to the game are put some shots on the other goaltender. It's pretty tough for a goaltender to take 40 or 50 shots, and so that's my keys to the game. What are your thoughts?
Well, there's no doubt that starting 2024, every game now is going to pretty much be a must-win for McCort. Certainly AA is probably one of the most talented, maybe even more so talented than AAA.
I've heard that from other coaches.
And I mean, there's not, I don't really think that there's a gimme or an easy game involved in that. And then I think all these teams are basically playing. I mean, certainly McCort, is obviously led by their goaltender. He is certainly the most valuable player for them.
Gleb Suba.
And he is, not only a tremendous kid, but he's one heck of a goalie. He's had the opportunity to back up this weekend for the Tomahawks. I mean, there's no doubt that he'll be at that next level. But tonight, obviously, one of the keys is for McCort is to certainly outshoot Franklin Regional. That's something that they haven't been able to do in the last couple of games, where they've actually won games, and most of the games they've been getting outshot. But certainly McCort has a lot of talented forwards, but well, you said it earlier. If you don't shoot, you can't score. And to me, unfortunately, that's the only stat that counts in the game, is at the end of it, who has the most goals. It doesn't matter who has the most shots. It doesn't matter. Things of taking the less penalties obviously correlate to shots. Making good decisions correlate to shots. But, if you have the shots and you don't take them, you're not going to score. It's like baseball. The only way to get a hit is to go up there swinging. If you don't swing the bat, you're not going to. If you're going to go up and try to walk, unfortunately in hockey, you can't walk in runs or you can't score by pass ball. So you got to put the puck on net. And tonight, if they do that, I think they're going to come out on top.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your input. Both teams have taken the ice now. The Crushers in white helmets, gold jerseys, red pants, and red numerals. Franklin Regional in blue tops, blue bottoms, and gold numerals. And most of the guys have black helmets on. And Jeannie, I think it's time for the sportsmanship prayer.
All right. As I say every time we're on the air, one thing that we do all the time at Bishop McCort, whether it's something in our auditorium or in our gym, we always pray. So I'd like to lead in prayer. Strong and faithful God, the giver of the fullness of life, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes, coaches, officials, and all gathered here. Keep those young people safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Well, 2:21, 2:20 clock is moving in warm-ups. We're going to probably have the national anthem and starting lineup shortly. When they do play the national anthem, which I assume that they will, we will go quiet here on the set out of respect for our country, the United States of America. And, of course, a shout-out for all those people, whether they're local, whether they're in the state, whether they're around the world, all those people who protect and serve, law enforcement, first responders, military. We thank you, we love you, and we appreciate everything that you do for our great nation. Now I got to give a little shout out here, Jeannie. Okay. No. In El Paso, Texas, one of our players' dads, Grant Faribaugh, his dad is a physician's assistant, and he has been deployed to El Paso to help with medical physicals for those men and women that are being deployed around the country. And my son Jordan DeMarco is also deployed with him. So, Mr. Faribaugh, my son Jordan, and all you guys in El Paso, Texas, and gals that are listening in and watching the game, God bless you. We love you, and be safe in whatever you do. Anything do you need to add here, Jeannie?
Sure. I'm going to go through a few more of our corporate sponsors, if that's okay. Bread Insurance, McElwain Bus and Charter, Beauty Lawn, Joey Dell's 2001 Catering, Merho Federal Credit Union, Modern Art and Plate Glass, Westwood Floral and Gifts, Footsteps Psychological Services, David J. Weaver Esquire, Capri Pizza in Westmont.
Coach Bradley, any final thoughts here, my friend, before we drop this puck here very shortly?
Well, I think we want to get off on the new year with a strong first period. Obviously, some of these guys have been a little bit of a layoff, and a couple extra Christmas cookies and New Year's Eve, a lot of eating, and so I think we got to keep the game simple early on, and then when we get the opportunity, hopefully they'll take some penalties, and then McCourt's power play will take over, and then hopefully we'll get back onto our winning ways and continue this streak and get back into the playoffs. And then hopefully next year when the book signing comes around, we'll have another state championship.
There we go.
Celebrate.
Well, we do want to announce our coaches, our coaching staff. Obviously, Art McQuillan is our head coach. His assistant coaches, Dimitri Terab. And our trainers, Riley Esch, Abby Kane, and Maggie Sweeney. And, Jeannie, you have any other sponsors that you want to talk about?
I always do. You know that, Ralph. I have Family Dentistry Associates, Dr. Garver, Flair of Country Catering, Laurel Asphalt, Memorial Highway Chevrolet, Mishler Auction Services, Pro Disposal, Riemann Auto Sales and Service, Slovenian Savings and Loan Association, Stadium Pub and Grill, the Boulevard Grill, the Cadney's Group, Westmont Rexall Drugstore, and Ziggy Sports.
Well, Coach Bradley and I are looking at some of these stats here. It's amazing. You take a look at Franklin Regional. They've got number 55, Matt Rutkowski, who's second in the league in scoring with 20 goals and 9 assists. He has 29 points. Then as you get into the bottom 20 to 30, you've got Nikita Kosmatov, Timur Nalatov from Bishop McCort, each with 15 points. They're going to play the national anthem. We're going to stop doing what we're doing. God bless America. As I was saying, 17th and 18th is Nikita Kolomitsov. He has 15 points. In 18th place is Timur Nalatov from Bishop McCort with 15 points. Then you got Max William from Franklin Regional with 15, Luke Anderchak with 13, Brendan Yo with 12, and of course Sammy Trieger rounds out that top 29 with 11 points. I'm going to hand that over to Coach Bradley because we might be able to reference that a little bit during the course of the game.
Ralph, I don't think our boys were ready for the national anthem. Everybody was around their goal.
Well, you thought they might have given us a hint that they were going to play the national
boom,
anthem.
Boom,
okay?
We got.
Yeah, they just dropped the song right on everybody. I don't think the other team was ready as
well.
No,
they weren't ready either.
It was kind of a surprise, but everybody was able to get the right positions
they
and
sure
salute
did.
the flag and on with hockey in 2024.
Well, everybody's taking the ice now, and of course, Coach McQuillan is the head coach at McCort, and John Weinbrenner is the head coach at Franklin Regional. And of course, Coach McQuillan throws us a curveball early because it looks like he's going to actually start his second line, and that second line would be the left wing Connor Hewitt, right wing Connor Hewitt, number 14, Eric Ewan at center, and Sammy Trieger, number 14, at the other wing.
Yeah, Connor Hewitt is number 2.
And your defensemen that are starting the game are Timur Krasovsky and Jack Esch. I practiced those names again, Jeannie, just to see if I could get them right.
Yeah, you did real good, Ralph. You did real good.
Thanks, Jeannie. I needed that.
Everybody needs a nickname. That's what we do at school.
Hey, Coach Bradley, you might want to turn yours up just a hair.
I think it's just microphones down a little bit. It's all right. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're good now, brother. We're great.
That was a great save by Gleb there. Certainly 55 walks into the slot and gets a free shot and point blank, and Gleb just makes it look easy.
Well, when you're good, right, Coach?
He's very good. Another great save by Gleb.
Franklin Regional doing a great job keeping it in their offensive end right now. We got to get on the attack a little bit.
Well, one of the things we talked about was getting pucks to the net, and so far already they've gotten 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots.
3 shots in less than a minute.
And again, that's what we talked about. I mean, they didn't do anything fancy. They just got the puck in deep, and then, like I said earlier, that certainly I think everybody's a little bit tentative playing or starting the new year with so many days off. So I think once we get the puck down in their zone, that's what we got to capitalize.
Our next line just came on. Kate is Timur Nalatov and Nikita Kolomatas.
I'm having a little trouble starting after the break too, John. So.
Well, it's always tough to, and then not trying to come up with anything, but McCort was one of the schools today not to go back to school. We had the third off, so I think sometimes when that happens, you get some of these guys that not back into their routine yet of getting up early in the morning and going to school and then coming to play in a game. So,
and for our listeners and those that are viewing as well.
Ooh, that was a high one.
We're not going to call every play and every name. You can see you can see what's happening. We're going to try to give you the particulars as we go along here. That was number 18, Timur Nalatov, but they don't count that as a shot on goal, Coach, because it never made it to the net. Is that why they do that?
Yeah, it actually got deflected and went above. So, one of the keys, I think, here, obviously with the goalie Novotny for Franklin Regional, I mean, he's given up 4.62 goals against. So, that's certainly the more shots we get, obviously the more chances we're going to get or the more opportunities we're going to get to score goals.
Just for our viewers, it's tough for us to get a picture right below us where the teams are. So we may not be able to call or see part of that in the arena from where we are located. We've got a bird's eye view, but there's just a spot below us that we really can't see very well. Crushers keeping it in their offensive end. We need to do a little more of that.
Yeah, we need to keep the pressure on them. Just stay down there, force them to hopefully turn the puck over, and then when we have the opportunity, again, capitalize. But any time that we spend in their zone, we got to get pucks to the net. I mean, that's going to be certainly one of the keys, as well as taking away the red line. Right there, we just give up the red line, and then they dump it in. Now we got to play a 200-foot game. And then we ice the puck.
The 4 defensemen that will be rotating through this evening, we've got number 7, Braden Pearson, number 27, Marcus Anderson, number 4, Timur Krasowski, and number 12, Jack Esch will be the 4 defensemen who are rotating through for the Crushers this evening. And you'll probably see some of those other numbers out there as Coach McQuillan gives guys a little bit of a break here and there. We win the face-off, but we turn it right over.
Nice save.
We look like we got a little bit of lead in our skates right now, but like I said, the last couple of games, it's been the same way. I mean, teams have come out and thrown their best punches, and we've been able to, with Gleb in between the pipes, stall them, and then once we're able to get a shot, then once we can hopefully get them in the hole and then force them to start turning the puck over. We just got to have a little patience with the puck, get possession of it, get the line, put the puck in. But right now we're having trouble getting the puck out of our zone, and now we need Gleb to either take a face-off for us so that we can get this line off. I mean, they've been out for a little bit of time, and I think it's just we're kind of running around a little bit.
The longer you're out there, the tougher it is to play. It's you're breathing heavy from the first moment you get on the ice to when you leave the ice. Little still there by number 14. And
that would be 15, Nico White, I believe.
Was that Nico White?
Yep.
That was a smart play by him, getting the puck in deep and getting a couple of guys to change right here. Now we're able to get some fresh legs on, as well as Franklin makes a change. But We got to start taking away the red line from them and trying to keep them and trying to play this as a 100-foot game.
Now, Coach, you were talking about both teams changing players. Is that something like at practice that do you practice that?
Well, what you want to do is you want to try to make good changes. Obviously, you never want to change when the puck's in your zone. You never want to change when the puck is coming back like it is now. You want to be able to get the puck in deep and then have these guys come out with fresh legs and putting some pressure on their attackers. And right there's almost a great move by Nikita. But
like when you changing lines, is that something that you talk about in practice, especially early in the year?
Yeah, you gotta. It's something that it happens so quick. Especially with everybody changing on fly, you got to know who you're going for. You just can't come to the bench. You got to be yelling. You got to be paying attention because obviously, the wrong guy jumps. Then you're in a little bit of a trouble, and then next thing you know, you're killing too many men on the ice. So I think certainly, it's something that I think is a part of the game that people don't really think about, but it's a huge part of the game because you can make some good changes by, picking up 20 feet just by having the right guy come and having the guy leave the other end of the bench. So,
and Coach McQuillan now mixing up his lines a little bit, giving some guys intermixing first and second line guys, and giving some of the third line guys a chance to get on the ice right now. But I can't say that Franklin Regional has controlled the game, but they sure have the upper hand at this moment in time. And the game is 0-0, and the clock is moving 10:54 in the first period.
Well, I mean, sometimes, earlier on, they've had 5 shots, and the play has probably been 95% in our zone, but they've really only had one great shot, and, Gleb made that look easy. And so with that in mind,
Franklin Regional on a rush. Good defense by number 27, Marcus Anderson, for the Crutchers, forcing the Franklin Regional player to get to the outside of the ice and couldn't take it to the goal.
Well, 55's on the ice, so they got to make sure that they're aware of him. I mean,
he's the guy, is he not, Coach?
He's 20 goals and 9 assists, so he'd win the Cy Young with those numbers.
And what number was he?
55.
Just so I can keep my eye on him.
Yeah, no, he'll get a lot of ice time. He's still out on the ice. He's a sophomore, very talented kid, and but we got to know where he's at all times. They don't keep total of shots that these guys take, but I would imagine with 20 goals and 9 assists that
he's taking a few shots.
He's taking more shots than he's passing, and the key here is if we can keep him off the board and let somebody else beat us, then.
Great job there by our goaltender Gleb Suba. Just a great job. Now the Crushers are on the attack and stick it into their offensive zone. Going to chase it down, and now Franklin Regional coming right back with it. Good play there by Braden Person.
Yeah, the key to that shift there is that we get the zone in their zone, and then instead of putting the puck on net and letting the goalie tie it up, we shoot it 3 feet over his head, and then all it does is jump start them back, and now we find ourselves back.
The game just goes in the other direction, right, Coach? Basically,
correct.
What's happened?
Yeah, sometimes a shot on net, you're certainly. You're looking to score a goal every time, but sometimes you're looking just to get a face off. So, you get that in zone face off and that in zone time. But again, here's 55 dangling through the slot here, and he's looking. We got to obviously pick up some people, but like I said, he skates out from behind the net and then shoots the puck, puts it off the pipe. But he's one of these guys that he's not going to pass it. We just got to make sure of, and when we have the opportunity to get the puck out, right there we had a chance, and now all of a sudden we do. Now we got to get a change coming to the bench. Hopefully we can regroup, but you see 55, he's staying out there. He ain't. Now he's going to go to the bench. No, he's.
And Coach, just from my standpoint to this point, and I don't want to jinx these two teams, but it's been a very clean game to this point.
Yes, I think certainly. I think both teams are in that framework of trying to get some of that rust off their their skates and their bodies and trying to get back into, playing tough hockey. But it's certainly obviously, if we're playing in their zone, then the chance of them scoring, it certainly goes up higher and higher.
No score at this point in time. Franklin Regional 0, your Crushers 0. 7 minutes and 44 seconds. The clock is moving here in the first period. Jeannie, anything you got to get in right now?
No, I just keep looking at that little black thing on the ice thinking somebody should pick that up.
Yeah, they're going to pick it up. That's the butt end of someone's stick that came out. But
that's the woman in me going, somebody's going to trip on
somebody
that.
should clean that up, right? Okay.
Well,
usually at my house, I'm the guy that cleans it up. But that's another story for another time.
Gleb's back there. He's just like having a third defenseman. The way he plays the puck and the way he's
nice young fella too.
I'll tell you what, you won't meet a nicer kid than him. And
great poke check there by number 18. Timura Nalatov playing some defense on his end of the ice.
We got to get him wound up here. That's what a lot of that style that they play is. They like to pick up speed in their own zone, but you got to make sure you're making the right play. Very crafty with the puck. Sometimes maybe a little bit too crafty. He needs to keep it simple, and hopefully here we'll get our first shot of the game.
Oh, come on.
And that's what we talked about earlier. We're 11 minutes in, and we still don't have a shot on net. And it's not that we haven't had opportunities. We've taken shots. They've just been wide, and then certainly that last almost in alone shot looked like it probably could have been a penalty being called. But
number 23, Brady Dolgus almost makes a great play there, but he just can't get a hold of the puck, or he'd have had a clear lane to the netminder.
Well, great job by the defenseman there. I mean, we were able to hold them up at the blue line, make the guy carrying the puck, make him move left or right, and they go offside. So
is this a timeout?
No, it's an offside, so they're just changing up. And but that was all created by our defense, keeping up in the play. That's what you got to do.
Now, face-offs, Coach, they're much more important than many people realize.
Yes, I mean it's when the puck drops, it's there's a 50-50 opportunity to get the puck. But if you play it to your advantage and you know what you're trying to do with the puck, then you can by pushing the puck or pulling it back. If everybody's on the same page, if you get into it where you're pushing the puck and the other team thinks that their guy's going to pull the puck back, if we jump,
so we can get between that player from the other team and get the puck.
Correct. A lot of stuff doesn't happen. I mean, a lot of plays happen in hockey off the face-off, and the team that actually can control the face-offs and win face-offs. But a lot of times it's not so much winning them; it's not losing. Even if you play it to a draw, and you know where the puck's at, but you have to have an idea of where you're going when the puck drops. I mean, you see kids sometimes when the referee's dropping the puck, they're not even ready. Their sticks are up in the air, and that's where you want to try to send the puck to.
That's where you got that gray hair, huh?
That's it. I'm trying to get that
that had
back
to drop
being
a lot of times before they could get moving.
Coaches, yeah. I don't know many coaches that don't have gray hair, to be honest with you, even the young ones.
Well, it's
it's a tough job. If you're going to do it the right way and you're going to coach the right way, it's not 2 hours a day.
No, I mean it's a commitment, and you got obviously the big guys, the coaches of 4 major sports are making millions, but coaching high school sports, you're doing it for the love of the game. I mean, people aren't getting rich there. That's offside.
The love of the game and the love of the kids, and you find that 10 years after they graduate, they come back and you can see how much they appreciate how much you've put into it.
Well, we just had our alumni game back here December 28th, and we had a lot of those kids from past championships, and, that came back. And, I think we went back. We had kids back from the early 90s, and it was great to see. And a lot of those kids are very successful. A couple of doctors, at Conemaugh, and some law enforcement, and a lot of successful and people.
That makes it all worthwhile whenever you see
does.
Young people, guys or gals that you've coached that are doing good things in the world, and you hope that the game helped them a little bit.
Well, and I think that that's the key right there. Is I mean, when you come back and you see these kids, and my wife and my kids came to the game, and they were able to interact with some of these kids, and then on the way home, the wife says, you know what, now I know why you were going all that time and doing that, because a lot of these kids, they're nice kids, and I think that certainly that pays it forward. And
absolutely,
Coach, we finally got a shot on goal, I believe.
Yes, we did, and to me, that's going to be the key. And now, especially since that was the first shot in about almost 12 minutes, the key here is to try to get a good quality shot on this kid. I mean, he's been standing around a little bit. Gleb's been active, moving the puck and making saves. And I think if we can pop one here and then kind of get them behind, I think Franklin Regional is one of those teams that plays better with the lead.
Coach, you mentioned that you and Amy we're chatting it up, and what we're going to do right now, Coach, is give your wife Amy and your entire family a nice shout out, and hope that they're listening in. And God bless them, and Happy New Year to your family.
I appreciate that. They, like I said, both my boys played here, and my daughter went to school at McCort, and it's certainly been a huge part of our lives, and it's something that I would never ever change.
And you're going to soon be a proud grandpa.
Yeah, end of February, Lily's expecting a little girl, Margot. So we're pretty excited about that. So, but she's busy right now, doing the news at WTAE in Pittsburgh. So
she's done very well.
Congratulations,
she does a great job.
Coach, it's going to change your life for the better.
Yeah, well, that was one of the reasons why she got married. I would say last year, but it was 22, so it was almost 2 years ago, even though we're just fresh into 24. But that was one of the reasons, get to spend a little bit more time with my kids.
4 minutes, 3:59, 3:58 left in the first period. The score is 0-0. Franklin Regional has 6 shots on goal, make that 7. And we have 1, and like we talked at the top of the show, we got to put some shots on them, put some pucks in the net. And like you said, Coach, this is starting to have that feel like whoever scores first might have, they may take control of this hockey game.
Get the momentum going.
Well, I think, obviously the team, you want to play with the lead, so then you can start dictating and then, making plays. But, right now, I mean, McCord, they're we're trying to do anything that we can to get a shot right now. And then I think the key here is if we can put a little bit more pressure on them, we can't let guys skate out of the zone like that, like 24 just did. I mean, that's a little bit too easy. And then certainly another great save by
I don't
Gleb
know about that, Coach.
Buffalo.
I thought there might have been some goalie interference there, but he seemed to be right in Gleb's face down there.
Well, I mean, I think if it would have been any other goalie, they probably call it. Gleb's so strong on his skates that a lot of times,
he just pushes them out of the way.
He's not a flopper. I mean, his core is so strong that that's why he's so successful. Right now, we're just running around. Now we got to, we're just looking to try to get some puck possession here, and then, but from I think what Coach McQuillan's probably telling these guys, hey, look, we're taking everything from these guys. We're taking shot after shot after shot, and and it's not,
that's not good any way you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it leads to getting a little bit lazy, and one of the keys here is.
We missed a connection on the pass, and we'd have had some open ice there, Coach, if we could have fielded that pass.
I mean, I think that Tamor was. I mean, he probably should have probably corralled that puck, but that's a play that he's got to make.
Gleb Subaugh, our goaltender's hanging tough. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, he's the reason why it's 0-0 right now. But I mean, we gotta. Like I said, if we can, right now we're treading water. I mean, we're doing everything we can to.
Here's an opportunity, a 2-on-1.
This is Nikita.
Come on, Nikita, make a move here, kid.
Wrap it around.
Nikita Kolometsov.
Good job, Ralph.
Over to number 4, Timur Kresovsky. All right, come on, fellas. Keep it in their end. Let's get some shots on them.
Get up there.
Get in there. Get in there. Get after it. A little bit of better play on our offensive end here to end the first period, Coach, with a minute left in the first period.
Here we get a.
Oh, we just missed that one.
Under a minute to go in the period.
That was that Nikita?
It was fast. I couldn't see.
Yeah, I think that was Nikita Kolometsov who put that shot on net. They didn't give him a shot on goal on that one, though.
No, it went right by the side. It hit the side of the net. But, again, we're getting some playing time in their zone. And, one of the keys here is again, what we talked about earlier, the start of the game. Shots on net. I mean, zone time. You look at Franklin Regional. I mean, 14 minutes of this period have been played in our zone. And right now with 20 to go, if we can get the puck out and we can get out of this thing 0-0, that's going to be a win for us.
Good stop.
8.4 seconds left in the first period. It is 0-0. Shots on goal, Franklin Regional 10. Your Crushers have 1 shot on goal. Now, Coach, where do they determine where the face-off's going to be? Like this is Franklin Regional's offensive end, so how do they determine where the face-off it takes place?
From where the puck was shot. So if it's on the right side, the face-off will be on the right side. If the shot was taken on the left side of the ice, it'll be on the left side. If it's in the middle, then a lot of times they'll go to, whatever side that maybe the goaltender either stopped the puck or deflected it out of play. But right now,
we're in the second
period.
Second period.
You got any information for me there, Jeannie?
I always have information, Ralph. Let me go through a few of our corporate sponsors. Dr. John P. Walker Family Dentistry, Laurel Auto Group, Ann Harris Smith Foundation, HF Lens Company, Allegheny Orthodontic Associates, Martella's Pharmacy, McEnany Brothers, Metz Culinary Services, Nico's Restaurant, WJAC TV, Ameriserve Financial, and Game Day Apparel.
Well, I have some thank yous that I've got to send out from Bishop McCort, our athletic director, Mike Bako. I understand he was a little bit under the weather, and we hope that he's feeling better. And, of course, our head coach, Art McQuillan, Tom Smith, John DeFazio, and Tim Hornick always helping us out as much as they can. And on the other side, we want to thank the Franklin Regional Athletic Department as well as the PIHL for giving us the go-ahead to stream this hockey game this evening. So, John, I don't want to beat a dead horse, Coach Bradley, but we got to put some shots on goal here. That's the only way we're going to have a chance to put some points on the board.
Well, that's the name of the game. Obviously, points on the board. It's the only stat that actually at the end of the night counts. And right now, it's not something that I think Coach McQuillan would have drawn up. But I think getting out of it 0-0, certainly is a big positive for us. And I think if anything, it's a little bit of a letdown for Franklin Regional because you come out here and you spend about 14 minutes in our zone. You put pucks on net. Nikita or Gleb does a fantastic job of not allowing rebounds, making the saves, making it look easy. And I think that starts to devastate them a little bit, thinking, hey, what do we got to do?
To get that puck in.
Against other teams, they could be up 2-3-0.
And we start the second period, and Crushers are able to control the face-off and wrapping it around the back of their net and trying to get it out of their defensive end. We just got to make those connections. Got good passes, good receptions on the passes. Keep it in there. Oh, there's their leading scorer right there. He is.
And
number 55, I believe that's who that was.
In.
Yeah.
Is that 55, Coach? Is that
was 55. I think actually Gleb makes a save there, and then I think our defenseman trailing the play. I think the puck goes off his skate into the net, and obviously Rakowski, the last guy to touch the puck for them, will get credit for it. But that's again, that's the name of the game. And
1-0 Franklin Regional. Rakowski, one of the top scorers in the PIHL and the leading scorer for Franklin Regional, puts that one in the net. All right, let's go, Crushers. Let's pick up the pace. Wherever you're at, fans, huh? Stand up, clap, whatever you got to do, but send some positive energy down here to the First Summit Arena and send it to our Crushers. Now we got a 2-on-1. Franklin Regional.
Another great save by Gleb. 2-on-1,
So let me ask you this, Coach. Our defender, who was in the middle, how do you coach that up? He went and took away one of the players, and then that left the other Franklin Regional player kind of one-on-one. Is that how you coach that up, or how do you teach that defender to help the goaltender?
Well, you like to keep the guy with the puck outside the dot. The goalie actually bailed us out because we allowed the guy to actually come from the dot and cut across and get a shot in the middle of the net, which you don't want to do. If we're going to keep the guy to the outside, we want to take him right to the post, and then that way the goaltender can just handle everything from, his angle to the boards, and that makes it a lot easier. There you've seen Gleb have to go from left to right and make a toe save. And, if we get some shots like that, I think we put those pucks in the net. But
well, we got to do that. We don't want to, beat that proverbial dead horse, okay? But we need to get some shots on goal. We need to put some pucks in the net.
Yeah, there's a big block right there that what we needed from Eric Ewan, and then but he took that right in the ankle, and now he's hobbling to the bench. And
tough to shake those off sometimes.
Yeah, they
hang with you.
They always get you right where there's no padding, and then but it's a great job by him. Taking letting the body absorb some of that, and right now that's what we need. We just got to get a little bit more jump in our step here, and then try to attack with some speed. Right now, it doesn't seem like we have any speed.
50-50 ticket number 756-571.
15-17, the clock is stopped, and Franklin Regional, they were in the second period. Franklin Regional won. The Crushers a 0. We're in a tight game here, but the shots on goal favor Franklin Regional. We got to get that turned around. I don't want to keep saying it, but it is a fact of life.
Well, we talked about earlier on in the game, and I'm sure Coach McQuillan is down there telling these guys that you got to get pucks to the net. It's the only way you're going to score. And right now, they're doing everything they can to make it hard for us. But then again, we make it hard for ourselves by not putting the puck on the net.
Yeah, we just can't seem to make that connection. We get a pass here, and we can't field it cleanly, and then that creates problems.
Well, one of the things we're having trouble with right now is that, we're not closing the gaps. We're allowing them, when we do get the puck out, it's transitioning into their end, and then we're sending one or two guys in, and then one pass and our two guys are trapped, and then what happens is we give up the red line, and then the puck's back in our zone.
And then those two guys that were trapped in their offensive end got to get back, check, and play defense, and that's not always an easy thing to do either.
No.
Just got to make those connections.
Yeah, right there, we have an opportunity 3-on-2, and, unfortunately, we don't shoot the puck, and it comes back out the other way.
Now we got a shot. We got a chance here. Right idea, but
well, if you see what I was talking about with that play there, Franklin Regional is doing a great job of not giving up the red line. So we're trying to make passes, and their D are picking it up, standing tall, and then picking that play off at the red line. So then when they get it, they just dump it back in, and now we just have to keep going 200 feet. What we got to do is we got to start getting a line, putting the puck in, and then taking the red line away from them, and then because for McCort to win this game, they're going to have a hard time doing it at the rate they're going right now, playing 200 feet, because they just don't have the bodies to be skating up and down every single shift. And I think right now what we got to do is we just got to keep the game simple. And then
another great save by our goaltender,
right
Gleb Suba. We got a chance here. Come on, fellas, let's get it in that offensive zone.
We got I think we got our second, third line out there. And what we need to do is right there, we needed to get the puck deep and try to, make a change. But right now, at least we're playing outside of our zone. But, right now I see our D are too far back and giving them the red line, and now it's back in, and now we're back to the yo-yo.
13:07. The clock is moving in the second period. I'm going to give those our good friends over there in El Paso one more shout out. Mr. Faraball, my son Jordan DeMarco, and all the guys over there and gals that might be watching the game. God bless you and Happy New Year, and thank you for everything you do.
We're dodging some bullets here, but what we got to do is we got to try to get control of this puck here, and then can't keep relying on our goaltender to keep bailing us out.
Just been a lot of missed opportunities.
Yeah, we got to create some more opportunities, though. Jeannie, we just can't see. You're right, though. We just can't seem to make the connection. One pass to somebody that's open, and then we don't field it cleanly, and we got to play a little bit better than that.
We just seem to be a step behind everybody. I
Yep.
mean, it's those loose puck battles that you got to win. And again, I'm not, certainly today not having school, with these guys, it almost seems like maybe we stayed in bed a little bit too long.
Well, we got the word that they got the shout out, and I appreciate that, Jordan. Thank you very much, and love you too, Jordan. God bless you, and keep up the good work.
Here we go. Hopefully now we can make something happen. Now we just need to get a quality shot on net, and right there that's an opportunity right there that
You can't let happen.
Yeah, well, and again, if he puts that on net, he beats him, and unfortunately, puck larges in the back of the net, and
so if the puck doesn't go in the framework of the net, then it's not a shot on goal, right?
Well, that's the thing, and that's a tricky thing is a shot on goal would be a shot that has the opportunity of going in the net. So, even if a guy shoots the puck and you catch it, say 2 feet above the goal,
it's not a shot on goal.
It's not a shot on net because it never. Now, the other end of that, you could ice the puck from the other end of the ice. If it's straight in the middle of the net and the goalie stops it, that's a shot on net. A lot of people won't count it, saying, "Oh, there was no way the goalie was ever going to let it in." But
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. As long as the puck
Keep
has
it
the
in our
opportunity,
end.
has a chance.
This is our best sequence on our offensive end. We've kept it in, and we put a shot on goal. Well, we put a shot on goal right there. Yep. Now we're going to get the face off to the left of the goalie, our right side of the offense, right, Coach?
Yes.
Okay.
What we need now is, with Trigger out there, and and Timur and Nikita. This is, right now we're playing to get one here. I think, we got to turn this thing up a notch here. If we, but again, again, just
winning that face-off is big.
sometimes you have a tendency to, when you have a great goaltender, is to rely a little bit too much on him, and I think that's what McCourt's doing right now. But they're going to have to certainly. We're going to have to pick up our game here, or take it up a notch, or it's going to be a long night because we need to get a little bit of sense of urgency. I know that we're not even halfway through the game, but.
Getting close though.
But you got to get the
Here
pressure.
we go.
You got to get the pressure off that goalie.
Number 17,
Nikita
Kolomatsov shoots one, but it goes wide. And now on the other end, Franklin Regional's on the attack. 9:51, the clock moving here in the second period.
One of the keys, Nikita.
Sorry, Jeannie, I didn't mean to jump in there.
That's all right.
Nikita, probably one of the best hockey players on the ice. And I don't think he's had a shot on net. He's taken 3 or 4, but again, everything's been high or wide, and we talked about it earlier.
Well, we got to test this goaltender. I mean, he's a solid goaltender, but he's not considered one of the top goaltenders in the PIHL.
Well, getting 2 shots over the course of 24 minutes, I mean, I think you or I could maybe make a save. We haven't tested him. We haven't had to make him make a good save yet. And, what we got to do is we got to stop playing in their zone. And I think the only way we're going to get shots is it doesn't seem like, any calls are going to be called or any penalties are going to be called. So, I mean, that would be a key to get us going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't seem to be moving fast enough that we put a fear into them of hauling us down or tripping us or doing anything.
Right.
It's almost like we're kind of playing a passive game and almost, playing into their favor. And then there you
There's
go,
another
55 again. And
55 again. One of the top goal scorers in the PIHL makes it 2-0. And we got to know where he's at. You said that earlier in the first period. We got to know where he's at all the time. We can't let him just walk around with the puck and shoot it on our goalie.
Well, he gets a strong pass from the defense, and they know where he's at. I mean, he gets himself in a position, to catch the puck on his forehand, one-time it, and the key to that shot was it hit the net. I mean, it was placed perfectly, and Gleb, it was a tough save. But we got to do a little bit better job of not allowing that pass to go.
He's got it again.
From the left point and being going down to the right face-off dot. And now all of a sudden it puts McCort at a big hole because all of a sudden
2-0. What's that old saying, Coach? Maybe you can clarify for me. A 2-goal lead's the worst lead in hockey. Is that true?
It's the worst lead in hockey, because I think sometimes you have a tendency to maybe let up a little bit, and the team that's down has a tendency that now they got to pick it up. But, to me, the next goal is certainly going to make or break the difference in the game.
Next goal is huge in the scheme of the game. We need to go. We need to make it 2-1.
We're halfway through the game right now with 2 shots, so I think if we fall behind by 3, I mean,
that's going to be hard to come back.
As the way that the stats look and analytics are, we'd have to score on our next 3 shots just to tie the game. And the way we're going, I don't even know if we'll get 3. But your best players have got to, in games like this, they got to come up and they got to score for you, and they got
like right there. It just seems like our sticks aren't long enough tonight. We just can't corral that puck.
It almost seems that we're just throwing it around and that really nobody wants anything. The guys that don't have the puck, they're the most dangerous. You got to get to an open area. You got to get to an area. You got to be able to pick up speed. When you got in time zone like Franklin Regional just had, their guy gets to an open area, gets a shot off.
Well, our first line is just took that face off, and Franklin Regional wins it, dumps it into their offensive end. Gleb, he's pretty good handling the puck for a goaltender.
Well, I mean, he's a third defenseman back there for us, but right now, I mean, this is where here,
get it over, get in the middle. Oh,
and then we get an opportunity. The kid comes up with a great save. I mean, that was one right there.
That was our nicest offensive play of the game, I'd have to believe.
Yeah, and then right there we get another shot, and now all of a sudden it's just almost like, hey, we're picking it back up a notch, and now we have an opportunity, and it hits the defenseman right in the leg.
We got 4 shots.
Here we
Yes.
go. We just
there we
got
go.
it right there.
There we go.
Luke Cadis.
Gets the goal for the Crushers, and it's 2-1. And like you were saying, Coach, we didn't want to go down 3-0 by any stretch of the imagination. Now it's 2-1 with 7 minutes and 13 seconds left in the second period. I did not see who got the assist on that, though, so I don't know that for sure.
Well, the assist, I think, was a rebound from I think it was Nikita, but certainly right there we talked about. We just put 5 shots in the span of about 30 seconds, and then that's how the
and we got a goal. Yeah,
you got to play it.
And the goal was probably, out of all of them, was probably not the best shot we had in that sequence, but we got the goalie down and out, and then we're able to, capitalize.
So, Coach, you're on the bench right now. It's 2-1, okay? What are you telling your guys?
Well, I'm telling them we've got to keep getting pucks to the net. I mean, obviously, they got 2 goals on 20 shots. We got 1 on 7. So, if we keep getting shots, we're going to have an opportunity to come back into this game. Now, all of a sudden, hey, right now, McCort they'd be happy to keep this game 2-1 with about 5 minutes to go in the third period and hope to get a power play or hope to get one of their better players in on an opportunity to go. Right now, we just got to keep playing every shift and playing defensive zone hockey and then making sure we know where 55 is.
Yeah, my plan is to get a goal right now for us.
Yeah, they gave the assist on that to Timur Nalatov.
And again, it was simple getting pucks to the net, and that's what you got to continue to do. Like I said, they're,
Come on, boys.
Oh boy.
No, that was Nikita. He tried to pull the old Michigan and
What the old what?
The old Michigan. He tried to cup the puck and then the old lacrosse shot and then.
We got to control the puck a lot better too. Individually as players, it just seems like they're finding it very easy to get it away from us, and we're not controlling it from an individual perspective.
Well, right now we're not doing a very good job of taking care of our own zone. We're turning the puck over, and we got guys flying the zone. Right now the puck's still in our zone, and we had 3 guys outside. Now what we're trying to do is, we can't try to keep playing this.
Great move there by number 18, Timur Nalatov, and he puts a shot on goal, and we're going to get a face-off, I believe, to the left of the goaltender. That would be our right offensive circle on our offensive end. 6:09, 2-1 Franklin Regional, and we're back in it. We were down 2-0. It's 2-1, and now we're back in it. So let's tie it up right here, right now.
Start off with the face-off. Ben Canizaro does a great job for us on draws, and now what we got to do is we got right there. We should have jumped, probably tried to keep that puck in.
So I was going to say, from a defensive player standpoint right there, you got to step up and play that puck in that guy, do you not?
Well, I think, we got to be ready. Defensively, we got to be ready for that puck. As a defenseman out there, we got to be, on the tips of our toes, ready to make that.
And is it okay for the defenseman to cheat into the offensive end as well a little bit?
Well, when you got momentum going and you're trying to establish a little bit of present zone, what you need to try to do is right now, I mean, it just seems loose pucks. We're not doing anything to get to them, and we're making it easy for them to get it out. And a lot of times you don't want to take those chances in by just jumping in, because if you get beat, you're in trouble. But the way we're going right now is we almost got to put a little bit of fear in these guys. And right now, we're able to clear that, but we need to get a whistle and get a line change here and then get some regroup here. Sammy Triega's been out there for a little bit. And right there, we had an opportunity to get that puck out. And then, again, 55 steals the puck from us.
And Gleb deters him that time, makes a nice stop on number 55. That's Matt Rutkowski for Franklin Regional, their leading scorer, and he has both goals this evening.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why he had 20 and 20 goals and 9
exactly.
assists.
He's a pretty good player.
Well, they look for him, and but it's you look at our team, it's the same thing. We got to look for guys. Sammy Trieger, we got to get him to step up, and Nikita and Timur. Again, shots. We're getting outshot right now, 3-1. And
well, we've gotten a little bit better on shots on goal, or we wouldn't never got that goal. Here we go. Oh,
little bit of too much dipsy doing there, but and then we don't get the puck in deep. But a nice step up right there by Pearson, and then that's what
here
we
we go.
need to do.
Get it in there. Let's go, fellas. Come on.
All right, we got a lot of guys just standing around, and now we're. That should have probably been called.
I'm surprised that trip wasn't called.
Well, I think sometimes, some of these guys, they're such good skaters that when they go down, they just think that if that would have been anybody else, they would have called it. And, that was certainly a penalty.
Another nice save by our goaltender, Gleb Suba.
And, John, is dipsy-do a technical term?
Well,
You knew Jeannie was going to get you sooner or later, John.
It sounds
okay?
like it should be a cheerleading reference, but it's not. It's maybe you get a little bit too try to get a little bit too fancy,
There we go.
What we need to do is get back to this, grinding it out. And again, the goal that we scored was about 45 seconds of just getting pucks to the net and winning those battles, having our stick down, and
hammering it.
Unfortunately, a lot of times hockey is not, it's not a finesse sport, especially right now the way McCourt's playing. They're going to need to, to grind it out and
bang a little bit, get to the loose pucks.
Pretty goals right now. It doesn't seem like it's going to be in our favor. Now McCort has the potential of guys to do that, but right now, defensively we just backed off, and we need to stay up at that blue line. And look, we just allow them to walk in, dump it in. Now we're playing 200 feet again, and then this is where the problem is coming into the game. I think Franklin Regional is just content playing in our zone because. Now here we go.
Get it up there.
Ben Canizero with a chance. But again, right now, get that puck to the net and right there, save. And now this is how we scored our last one. Not being fancy. Obviously, the referee gets in the way.
Just getting after it, right, Coach? Just putting the puck on the net, looking for rebounds.
That was one of our better shifts right there. And again, it wasn't anything going too hard, but right there that puck has got to go in deep again. And
come on, Sammy.
Right now, the puck seems just to be bouncing to them. But right there, if we would have stepped up at the red line and took away that ice, and now we're making, we're letting Franklin Regional play a 100-foot game, and now every time that we have a rush going, and right there, if it's football, that's a field goal, that's good, but.
And that wouldn't be a shot on
See,
goal.
now I'm not sure that does he only have to tag up?
He tagged. He
was good?
He came back in and tagged
Great
up.
job
great
there
save
by Gleb Subal. He's keeping us in this hockey game. There's no doubt about it.
Well, Rutkowski makes a great play. I mean, they certainly looking for a long pass. He's outside of the zone. I don't want to say, cherry picking, but they're looking for a long pass to him because certainly when he gets the puck in a scoring position, he can finish.
We haven't had a penalty in this game, have we?
No, there should have been a couple called against them, but we'll leave that at that. I think both teams are, playing a little bit slow and a little bit tentative. First game back from the break, it's always, it's one of those games that, that you fear as a coach.
I don't know about that one.
Well,
Seemed like it got kicked in by a skate. Is that legal, Coach?
I don't. It was hard to see if it was kicked in. I thought that they may have had somebody in the crease. But again, their guy has the puck. I'm not sure what number he was to the side of the net, and all he did was throw it out onto the net in front. And the next thing you know, it ends up in the net.
And I gotta give it to Gleb because he did everything he could down there.
Well, the shots, they just picked up about 6 shots in that sequence. And again, that goal, when we talk about it, was the furthest thing from pretty.
No.
But what they did was they got pucks to the net. I'm not 100% sure that, that the puck wasn't batted.
They're having a discussion about it, but I mean, they called it a goal, but they had a discussion about it. I thought it got kicked in.
And if it did get kicked in, it might have been off one of our guys' skates. But with that being said,
come on, get in there.
I thought maybe that there was a.
And they got behind our defense here. Can't have that happen.
Well, and again, that's Rutkowski again.
3-1. Franklin and Regional is in the lead with 45 seconds left in the second period, and in between the second and third period. Tim Hornick is going to join us. Coach Bradley's going to take a little break, and then we're going to bring Coach Bradley back on. But when we get into the break here, Jeannie, we are in a situation where you and Coach Hornick are going to become the coaches and let us know what you're telling your team.
I love being the coach, Ralph. I love being the coach.
I know you do. Wow. I had wishful thinking that we'd go in 2-1, but obviously that's not
It's
happening.
not over. There's 39 seconds left. That's a lot of time, Ralph.
Yes, I know.
We need to win a face-off here, make sure that we don't go down 4-1, but we need to just, again, we have some time because I think we're going to be able to. I think, if anything, we've dodged some of the best shots that they've had. I mean, they had 35 shots in 2 periods. McCort really hasn't had a great.
Does number 55 ever come off the ice?
He does, but you know what? He's a smart player because he rests when he's on the ice.
He knows how to pick his spots, right, Coach?
And then sometimes, whether you come to the bench and you stand up behind the boards or you stand up on the ice, he.
I think he's on the phone.
So 7. Yeah, lost it. We'll work on it.
Is it in yours, Tim?
Plugged in tight. We're working on it. We got a little technical difficulty, but we're working on it. We'll get there. It's the end of the second period. It's 3-1 Franklin Regional over our McCort Crushers. Coach Hornick, Johnny on the spot, man. He's working it.
Where the PJs go, my house is not to talk about, but still my love is grown in southern ground, and a little bit to the drive. Don't be here on Friday night, I'm 13, so feel just right, and the radio world, I see songs, see the love in a woman's eyes.
There we go. Thank you, Mr. Hornick. We had a little glitch in the whole deal, but thank you, Mr. Hornick. At the end of the second period, they're going to be cutting the ice now. It's going to be it's 3-1 Franklin Regional in the lead as the Zamboni driver gets ready to come out on the ice. We're going to bring our good buddy Tim Hornick in here. We're going to chat with him a little bit. Then we'll bring Coach Bradley back in, and we'll chat him up a little bit. But it's 3-1 Franklin and Regional. It's between the second and third period. And right now the shots on goal are 36 for Franklin Regional and 10 for the Crushers. And it's real simple. The Crushers got to pick up the pace. But, Jeannie, well, Mr. Hornick kind of gets himself together. We're at that point where you're the head coach. So, Jeannie, you're the McCort head coach. What is your message to the team during the break?
You've got to play more aggressively. They were, to me, they were just sort of going through the paces. I want to see more aggression. I want to see faster play. I want to see more puck control. Do that, and we've got ourselves a game.
Be aggressive, control the puck.
Yes.
Put some pucks in the net, right?
Put some shots on the goal.
Well, that brings us to our friend Tim Hornick. Coach Hornick, we want to thank you for standing in for Ian this evening. Actually, we were going along fantastic, and then you had Johnny on the spot. You saved us a little bit.
You did.
But welcome to the Dream Team, the Stream Team.
Thanks for having me, Ralph. You guys got me?
Yeah,
we got you.
We're good.
I'm glad to do it. I like to help out here. I appreciate everything. I've listened to all your guys' streams throughout the year, especially football season. You guys do an unbelievable job, so appreciate you having me on. Well,
Coach Hornick, you're the Franklin Regional head coach. What is your message to your team during the break?
Well, I got to say I don't like the idea of trying to be in a mentality to beat the Crushers. They're kind of my team. But, if I'm Franklin Regional, I'm in there. I'm telling them that we've played well. We got to keep the pressure on. We got to keep firing. We've had 36 shots on net compared to the Crushers' 10. He's cracked 3 times. We're facing a really, really good goalie. But, if you keep firing them, those opportunities are going to convert. You got to stay on that. And then I'm looking at my leaders in the net or leaders on the ice and saying who's going to be the one to close, who's going to be the one to sort of take away the hope of the Crushers here. and then I'm making sure my defenseman and my goalie know that, hey, you know, they scored on one of only they're only 10 shots. You got to stay ready because these guys are efficient. When they get their chance, they convert. So we can't give them that hope. Stay ready because if it comes, you got to be a stone wall.
And that's an interesting point, Tim, because statistically, for every 10 shots, we got a goal and they got a goal. So we're right in line with that.
The goalie percentages are extremely similar. And if I'm Franklin Regional, I'm saying, listen, we're playing a good team with a heck of a goalie. I mean, JB, you guys have said it. I mean, Gleb's unbelievable. But you know what? He will crack. We have to keep that puck in that zone so that we don't give up any chances because the Crushers will convert on those.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. In the words of the great Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
And Michael Scott.
I love it, Jeannie. I love it. And Mr. Hornick, thanks, buddy. We really appreciate you giving us some input here. And we always felt, you know, that you're over there working and making sure the stream's working well. We'd like you to put your 2 cents into the whole thing.
Well,
but thanks, Coach.
He's doing a hard job tonight because he's doing the video by hand.
Yeah, but
so.
I'm no Ian. I got to give a shout out to Ian, the main producer. What he does, I mean, when the videos and everything else that he can put up there, the guy's a whiz. So we're lucky to have him. Ian, come back soon.
Well, Coach Hornick, one of our top football assistants, he goes way above and beyond in our school district, and we appreciate that, Tim, and God bless you, and thanks for joining us on the Dream Team, the Stream Team.
Stream Team. Have a good one, guys.
Well, Jeannie, I got some things I got to pass on to our listeners,
All righty,
okay?
then.
And then you're going to do your thing. Crushers on the web. If you want to find anything out about our Crushers, whether it's athletics or non-athletics, whether it's academics or other extracurriculars, the musical, things of that nature, Crushers on the web. You can go to our academic website. That's McCort.org. Bishop McCort Catholic High School, our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Bishop McCort. Our athletic Twitter page, it's twitter.com/Crusher Sports. And, of course, our athletic website, crusherathletics.org, which Mr. Bako, our athletic director, does a pretty amazing job of keeping on top of it and making sure it's updated as much as he possibly can. And also, Jeannie, the 4 Bs.
The 4 Bs.
Campus ministry. Belonging, becoming, believing, and beyonding. And we thank Mrs. Reddy and Father Crookston for taking the lead on that. Father Crookston was just recently named the chaplain for Bishop McCort by the Diocese of Altoona, Johnstown. So congratulations to him. And Chris Schumacher and Dylan Dorian, Nicole Fratrich, Morgan Casto, Tim Hornick, Mike Bako, the entire school, and our administrative team. Campus ministry, belonging, becoming, believing, and beyonding.
And Father Crookston is a formality. He's been taking care of us all along the lines.
Well,
anytime we need anything, he's there.
There's no doubt about it.
He's awesome.
He helps out Bishop McCort, and his heart's in it, and he's at many, many athletic events, and we thank him. And I want to give a shout-out to Mrs. Rivetti. I only had a chance to see her a few times over the holidays, but looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, Mrs. Rivetti, and God bless you. And
we're back to the grind
We're
tomorrow.
back at it. We're back at it. Now, Jeannie, our next stream, I think that we may have go ahead, Jeannie.
I think we're scheduled to do a wrestling match next week, but I'm not sure. That may be a reschedule because of wrestling districts. So stay tuned. The next time we will be on, you will get emails. It'll be on our social media. We'll talk all about it, but I'm not sure whether that next week's event's going to happen or not. But we do have some events this week. I think our girls are at home tomorrow. Girls basketball. I believe they're playing Central Cambria at home. So they've been doing a great job. So, if you have the opportunity to come out and see that, it should be a great game. I know that we have a double header on Friday, boys and girls, back-to-back varsity. I'm not sure who the opponent is. Mr. Tim Hornick's going to look that up for me because I don't have that right.
And if
off the top
Mr.
of my head.
DeFazio's still listening, he'll send it to us too. I believe our boys basketball team tomorrow is at Central Cambria. and our girls have Central Cambria at home tomorrow. Then we have that doubleheader on Friday. And, Jeannie, before we, kind of get the word and finalize the schedule for the week, how could our listeners, our viewers, find out when the next stream would be? Where could they go to find that?
It's definitely on our social media pages, on our, Facebook, X. Oh, I'm sorry. We're playing Central on Friday.
Okay.
Thanks, Tim. So you can go to our social media pages, Facebook, X, which was previously Twitter, Instagram, and then email. I send out an email every morning to our email list of people that have subscribed to our email. So if you want to get those emails, certainly they can contact me at the school. Jeannie Feathers. Just call the main line, ask Mrs. Luna, and she'll patch you through. Faux sure. We do have another hockey game coming up, I do believe, too. And I'm going to look in to see when that is.
I believe that's down the list.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm thinking that we don't have another hockey stream.
Not on stream, but I do believe that we may have a hockey game this week.
On Thursday.
On Thursday.
At 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, because you're the game manager.
Here at the arena. Okay.
I'm going to come and just cause trouble.
Just cause trouble, and then I'll have to throw you out, huh?
Oh, come on, Ralph. Would you throw me out? Yeah, probably you would.
Well,
that's all right.
As long as you stay with the parameters of good behavior, you'll be okay.
I know. Well, listen, I do have to say one thing about doing hockey. How much I admire these kids that are skating what they are. I've never been on ice skates in my entire life. And now I'm too old, I'd break a hip and I have to get it replaced. So, but these kids work hard. I mean, that's a grueling sport to be skating up and down the rink.
Well, and Coach Bradley's coming back on and he's joining us. But here's the bottom line. If you want to be an ice hockey player, you got to get on the ice, okay? You can do land workouts. You can do those, and that does not hurt you at all. That helps you. But if you want to be a better skater, you got to get on the ice, huh, Coach Bradley?
Well, that's the most important thing.
And that's why I never played hockey.
Well,
I never got on the ice.
The hardest part now, everybody is, wants when they start their kid out and they want to get them into hockey right away. And one of the keys to be a good hockey player is, the better that you can skate, the better player you're going to be.
Okay.
Because there's one puck out on the ice. And, for a kid that takes, say, skating lessons for 2 or 3 years, as opposed to a kid that you come out and you put him on the ice with a stick and then you go out there. By the time he gets, if he's not working on his skating, by the time he gets on the other end to retrieve the puck's already come back.
Yeah.
Now the kid that's been working on his skating, he can skate down and grab the puck. And that's the name of the game. The best skaters are normally your best hockey players. And you see it tonight, with Franklin Regional, Rakowski. He's been a big part of this game with getting them 2 goals and setting up a third. But he skates pretty well. And some of our players, we got some great skaters. Unfortunately, so far we just haven't been able to hit the net.
Right.
And to me, that's going to be the key. If we can get the shots even, and I know it's a big ask, but if we can put up 30 shots, we're going to have a shot of winning this game. If we can put up 20 in this period, which is not something that can't be done. You just got to win the battles. And when you talk about how hard it is to be a hockey player, one of the things that makes hockey players so special is they're tough.
Yeah.
You look at, football players and baseball players and basketball players, they get a little sprain or a little bump or a bruise and they're out. You get a hockey player who takes 100, stitches to the face and he ain't missing a shift.
Right.
And, that's what we got to get back to. We got to get back to playing some tough hockey. And right now, so far, with no penalties being called, it's a passive game. And, right now we got to get. I think we got to get a little bit of gritty going, and make some things happen. And if that means being aggressive, and trying to force those guys to make plays or turnovers, but that's going to be the key. Certainly, one of the keys to McCort has always been is that the power play is so good because some of these guys that they have with Nikita and Tamor,
So if we can get on a power play and get the advantage, we're thinking that we got the kind of guys that could score in that situation.
We get on a power play, we're probably going to score a goal. That's probably a fact because the power play has been working at a high rate. Unfortunately, the way we're going right now is neither team seems to be making anybody have to work a little bit harder than what they should. It almost seems like the game's kind of going in a slower motion pace, which is okay. I mean, right now we're still 2 shots away from tying this game up. I mean, I'd rather go into this period with our goalie. Their goalie has made one phenomenal save, but in that stretch we were able to capitalize and score on them. But that's what it's going to take. It's going to take ugly goals. It's going to take gritty goals. It's going to take tough goals. It's not who's going to be able to make the pretty plays.
Right.
It's going to be out. Okay, who wants this? Now we got 17 minutes. You win the period. You have an opportunity to win the game, and that's what they got to go out and do. Right. Right now, if you can't bail on defense right away because again, like I said, we're only 2 shots away. But sooner or later, the clock's going to become our enemy. Not only Franklin Regional, but now all of a sudden, we're not just playing against Franklin Regional. Now we're playing against the clock. And because hey, if we don't do anything special, or we don't go out and they just kind of keep this, like a tennis match where it's going back and forth. Well, at the end of 17 minutes, if neither one gets anything more, we're done.
Well, you said it. You have to show some aggression. You've got to come out right away and play like you want to win this game. And if that means stealing the puck and being much more aggressive play, then that's what you got to do.
Well, it's loose puck battles. That's what's going to win this game. And from here on out, I mean, it's going to be the team that wants to win this game right here is going to have to step up and then take it.
And it's an old cliche, but the next goal is huge for both teams.
Yeah, I think if you're Franklin Regional and you can get the next one, you really put McCort behind the 8 ball. And if you're McCort and you get the next one, now I think you got Franklin Regional saying, hey, we just dominated.
That might get them on their heels a little bit.
We just dominated for 2 periods and we haven't been able to do anything.
Come on, guys, get it down there.
Good defense there by number 4 for the Crushers, Timur Kresovsky. .55 is not on the ice right now for Franklin Regional. This would be a good time to get a goal. Here we go, fellas. Come on. There we go. Oh, missed a backhand opportunity. Slipped right off of the puck. Slipped right off of his stick.
Again, that's what we're talking about. Maybe getting a little bit too fancy. 2-on-1, go in. Nikita makes a great move. On the other end of it, you got Timur sitting there waiting, and then
get in the middle. Get in the middle. Good defense. Now they take it away from us. We did a great job defensively, and then they just step in front of us and take it away. You got to give Franklin Regional credit, though. They really have controlled the puck in their offensive end. You have to give them credit for that.
Well, they're playing a puck possession game, and right now, I mean, they're controlling the puck probably about 80% of the time. It just seems right now we get the opportunity to get it, and right there we just flip it out.
We got a whistle. I have no idea.
We flipped the puck into the stands.
Okay.
But then again, the opportunity right there is, it was almost like we treated it like it was a grenade. Like, hey, get rid of it before something bad happens. And we had the opportunity to maybe skate that puck out, and that's what's going to take to win this game. Is
We're going to have a face-off in our defensive end to the left of our goaltender. 14 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. Franklin Regional 3, your Crushers 1. Can't let him skate through you, that fellas. Come on. That should be an offsides call, I believe.
we did a good job finally standing up there and then forcing them to go offside. But that's what it's going to take. Right now Franklin Regional is just
cruising along.
Well, I think that you got guys on their team that are looking up and just wanting this clock to be triple zeros. And,
we got to take advantage of that. Offsides against the Crushers. We're going to have a face-off, I believe, on the far side of the rink.
Yeah, we make a move there at the opposing blue line, and instead of getting the puck in deep, we go left to right, and it forces one of our guys that's driving the net to go offside.
Well, Crusher fans, wherever you're at, living room, dining room, wherever you're at, get on your feet. We need some positive energy here now. We need to make some things happen, especially on the offensive end. What a great pass. I believe that was number 43 on the goal and 38 on the assist. I'm looking for my roster. 48 and 38 to 43, I believe.
Savinda scored the goal there, but we left them wide open in
Yep.
front. And again, those are opportunities that when you get those are in hockey what we call layups. I mean that's there's nothing that Gleb could have done on that. Unfortunately, we had the opportunity to get the puck out.
It was a great pass though too.
That was a great pass.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we got caught running around, and now all of a sudden.
4-1, Franklin Regional gets that goal. The next goal, we talked about it. We wanted it to be us to get that next goal. Now we're behind the 8 ball. We're 3 goals down, and that's not a good place to be with 13 minutes and 17 seconds left in this ice hockey game.
Well, now all of a sudden, now we got to take some chances. Now, with 13 to go.
Yeah, you can't worry about what the score is at the end. If you lose, you got to worry about getting back in the game now, right, Coach?
Well, yeah. Now we're playing against the clock.
Yep.
Now it's we talked about getting shots, and so far 4 minutes of this period, and easy shot, and Gleb makes it look easy, which he makes a lot of them look easy, and that doesn't mean it certainly was easy, but. Without him, we'd be down, I think, double digits right about now.
I would agree with that.
But, right now we're 4 minutes in and we still don't have a shot there, Ralph. And
yep. It's 4-1 Franklin Regional, and we gotta play the best 13 minutes we played all night long right now. We got to just step it up, and we got to play, and we got to get a goal, and try to get back in this darn thing.
Well, I think if we've been playing to try to help Gleb out, and which I don't think we've done a great job at, but I think now we got to take some chances and make him have to make a couple of more tough saves, then that's what we got to do, because
we got to challenge our goaltender, Coach. You're absolutely correct.
Because if we don't get the second one, then we're not going to have a shot to get the third or fourth one. So I think right now we got to just try to. But again, we got to put pucks on the net. D's going to have to just stay up and then try to make a play, and then here we give them the red line again, and then I think they'll be.
Well, you got to give Gleb Suba a lot of credit. He's kept us in this hockey game tonight, and we got to step up and get a goal here. All I'm thinking is get a goal, get a goal, get a goal.
One of the keys that Franklin certainly has done a pretty good job of is getting pucks to the net, and then then also playing for the rebound. And anytime that there is a rebound, they're Johnny on the spot. I mean, they're right there. It's almost as if we're looking to see where the puck goes, then we're reacting. I mean, right now we're losing.
Well, they're a step ahead of us all night.
Oh, boy.
Now we got to go and pressure them because they got a guy trapped in our zone. They can't put the puck in. And that should be all the way down.
I'm just surprised there hasn't been one penalty called the whole game. That's odd for hockey. Usually somebody sits in the box at some point. Now
the face-off is going to go where, Coach? You mentioned that you thought it was going to go all the way down.
That was an intentional offside. I mean, their guy was sitting down 10 feet on his.
So the idea was there, send it in, be offsides, and get the face-off right here.
Since he carried the puck, knowingly that
he was going to get an offside call.
They were going to get the whistle, and then that's an intentional offside. And that play should have been.
That should have gone all the way to the other end for the face-off. Correct.
Correct. And then I mean, that's a judgment call. But I mean, when the guy's sitting there,
he was there. Franklin Regional guy was laying on the ice.
Yeah.
So when you skate it in, you know it's going to be offsides.
They're just playing a safe hockey game where they're, keeping the puck in deep, wanting us to play 200 feet. And, I mean, their game.
And you can't blame them for doing that.
No, their game plan is working to a T. I mean, if any of our guys are going to beat them, they're going to have to beat them, 200 feet. And right now, unfortunately, we're having a hard time even just possessing the puck and losing these battles. And now we got to watch because Rakowski's out on the ice, and then
there he is.
And he's the last guy back with the puck. So I mean, not only does he play offensive hockey, but he's the first guy getting back and playing both ends of the arena, and that's something that McCort we haven't done tonight so far.
Oh, we just can't keep it on our stick. It's one of those nights where you just can't make clean plays.
No, it just seems like it's one of those nights where it's not meant to be, but again, but a lot of times you make your own.
Let's go. Let's get a goal here, fellas. Come on.
Opportunities. Now we're taking the puck in deep here, and certainly rolls off our stick.
9:54. The clock is moving here in the third period. 4-1 Franklin Regional. 41 shots to our 10.
Here comes Rakowski coming in, and then let's see there. That puck should have been out. They changed and still got the puck out.
Give it to him.
And
Give it to him. Oh, there we go. Come on. Oh, goodness gracious. We got a shot on goal. Hit the
pipe, but it don't count as a shot on net because
wasn't at the net.
Well, it had no shot of going in, and
that's okay.
That's a downfall. I mean, it's tough to see because the nets here are they're not the clean nets that the Tomahawks play with, and there's no goal judge. That I don't know if that was under the bar or not. I mean, it didn't make the clanging noise that normally when you hit a pipe straight on it makes, but the refs didn't see it, and nor did we react like it went in. So sometimes you got to sell that.
But all right, come on, fellas. Let's make this interesting. Let's get a goal here. Come on, Crushers.
See, right there, defensively, we need to step up and then take, not let them, because right now with 8.5 to go, I mean that's the biggest obstacle.
You got to take chances now.
That's our biggest obstacle to overcome.
We got to take chances. It doesn't matter if they have 5 or 6 goals and we have 1. We got to take chances and get a goal.
Well, I mean we're playing for the next one, but right now, it's almost like to have played 9 minutes of hockey and still not end up with a shot is a little bit discouraging. And again, I said if we got to 30 shots, we'd have an opportunity to win this game. And right now, Gleb does a nice job of coming out, taking away the angle there. But so far, the difference has been when they had the opportunity to put the puck in the net.
They did it.
They've taken the shots, and then execute it. And you know, there's offside.
It's been a relatively clean played hockey game.
Yeah, it's been a quiet, almost a type of game that it doesn't really seem like it's a hockey game. It's almost been a little bit
Docile.
too pat. And again, I everybody coming off the holidays and getting back into that competitive spirit and.
7 minutes and 26 seconds left in the third period. The clock is moving.
And again, they just take the puck, dump it in, and then, like I said, right now they're.
Well, that makes complete sense for them to do that right now, wouldn't you think, Coach?
Yeah, this is like a, and then we get the opportunity instead of getting to the red line, maybe fighting to get an extra 3 or 4 steps. We just, throw it down and take the ice in, and certainly again, we're back to talking about 200 feet. And,
yep.
That's the difference in the game right now is that, we spend a lot, too much time in our own zone, and you're not going to win when you can't get quality offensive time. And
get it out. Come on, fellas.
Even now, I think we need to almost, if we go, send somebody just to take off, look for that long pass, and.
Well, Coach, you're down 4-1. It's 6:40. The clock is moving. Do you even think about pulling the goalie to try to score a goal at this point? Is that something that strategically coaches think about?
I think that strategically you think about it, but the way that so far that we've been playing, the puck's been in our zone too long. We can't get any presence in their zone long enough that we could even probably get the goalie out. And, there we pick up 2 shots, but, both of them come from one a wraparound and then a rebound. But, both shooters were behind the goal line. So, those aren't the type of shots that you're going to need to get back into this game. Certainly when Nikita went in alone and the puck rolls off his stick, you make that a 3-2 game, that changes everything tremendously. Yep. And now all of a sudden, we're, we just need to get a little bit of fire in our step, because right now with 6 minutes to go.
Nice defensive play there by number 2, Connor Hewitt, getting the puck in our offensive end. There's 55 again, hustling around. There he is on the left wing. They get it to Rutkowski. He gets it over to number 18. Back to Rutkowski. He loses it. Good job by
great save by Gleb again.
Gleb is just playing. Gleb is the star of the game, even though we're not winning.
For sure.
He's been phenomenal. He's done everything but score. Unfortunately, that's the
5:18. We've got a face-off to the left of our goalie. Puck's dropped.
another save by Gleb, but then again, we're
got a little pop-up on that one.
Just phenomenal play by Gleb in net.
I tell you what, he was all over that.
I still even think, I don't know who's keeping control of the shots, but I think there's more than 47.
Oh, I believe so too.
Yeah,
yeah. because they just keep peppering them in.
I think they only put up 2 shots, and I think that there was about 4 or 5 right there in that sequence. And
Well, 4 minutes and 53 seconds, and we're encouraging our Crushers to finish this as strong as they possibly can. 4-1, Franklin and Regional.
I'm not saying
On
it's
top.
over, but we need to try to get one here. We almost off this face-off. Either going to try to win it or have our D pick it up and then have somebody fly the zone and send them in alone and,
Get a goal, right, Coach?
get a goal, put some pressure on them. Maybe we can pick up one if we can get a power play by getting it back to a 1-goal game would be huge. Even if we could get it to 2 right now. It's a great job by Ash right there. But now look, Franklin Regional's just content to get the line, throw it in,
And stand tall at the blue line and the red line, right?
Yeah, they just don't want to end up turning it over like they did there. They just want to keep the puck in deep. They're going to just keep it simple. And unfortunately now the clock has
Is the enemy.
become our worst enemy.
.346. The clock is moving here in the third period. 4-1, Franklin and Regional. The Crushers trying to mount some type of offense to get this second goal and make it a little more interesting. Okay, you got to wonder, where you putting that pass. You got to see somebody to pass it to.
Yeah,
Right?
well, unfortunately, we're now we're looking for the long pass, but they got 3 guys deep, and they're only forechecking with 2. So I mean, they know what we're trying to do too. So they adjusted their game, and again, another shot, and shoot it wide, and come
Put
away.
it on the net, fellas. Don't play around with it. Put it on the net. .255 left in the game.
There should
The
be a
clock
nice
is
right there.
running.
There's a nice there, so that kind of gets into our favor. Hopefully now we win a face-off and maybe can put one in quick. And
Now, Coach, like a face-off in your offensive end, do you have 2 or 3 or 4 set plays, or is it just something where you work and try to control the puck?
now, right now, I mean, we gotta try to get the puck to somebody, but even defensively, one of our defensemen's got to be pinching. So we need to have 2 guys on the puck right now, because if we don't possess the puck, then we're not going to obviously have the opportunity to score. And one of the keys is, with doing that.
What do we got here, Coach?
I think that they're going to give us a penalty. And
That's going to be number 18. Timur Nalatov is going to the
box.
box.
I think what happened was he got taken down on that last icing call, and I don't think he was too happy. And he got up slow, and then I think he just took it out. I don't know what the call was.
He's going to get 2 minutes. I'm thinking it's a roughing call, Coach. Would that be appropriate in that situation, you think?
Well, I think he's frustrated. I mean, the frustration.
No, I get
is,
that. I
that's-
completely understand that.
I think he probably thought that there was a missed call on him, and then right there, there's an interference call. It should have been called right there. Guy knocks a stick out of our defender's hand in front, and heads up.
Well, that shot goes into the bleachers.
And then
2
onto
minutes
the
and
ice.
17 seconds left. 4-1 Franklin Regional. We're trying to kill this power play that Franklin Regional's on, and can't be afraid to take a chance here or try to steal a pass, get something. It doesn't matter if it's 5-1 or 4-1 at this point.
Correct. The only thing now that helped, I mean, I get it, we got a penalty. The only thing that helps us is that now we get the puck in deep. We got to take this. We got to get an opportunity. Shot on net, drive it, hopefully up.
We had our chance. We had a chance to get that rebound and poke it in.
one of the keys now is, I mean, obviously we know that if we get control of the puck, we got to just be flying the zone. There's going to be no ice, and so we got to be the first guy down there to get it. But it's almost like the Crushers right now are content just to ride this out here.
Finish it as strong as you can, right, Coach? That's pretty much what the Crushers need to do. Just finish this as strong as you can. They're just going to pass it around the rink, are they not, Coach?
They don't need one. They're just gonna. They're basically gonna try to, either run this out or keep the puck deep, and then, just play a little bit of
minute left in the game.
Away.
Now they all got to come out, right, Coach?
They all got to come out, but that's probably not the worst thing to happen to them because they're gonna
regroup and send some other guys on the ice.
All they want to. All they want to do is hold possession of the puck now. I mean, unless they're trying to get Rakowski a hat trick.
Well, he's out there.
Yeah, he's out there. We're back to even strength, and now.
Did you lose us? You okay, Coach?
I'm back on now.
Okay.
So it's been one of those nights. Unfortunately,
Well, Coach, you're now part of the dream team.
That's it. I wondered what it was like to be part of it. Now it lived up to everything.
Wonder no more. Wonder no more.
Well, as this one winds down, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, they put a shot on goal, and that's it. Franklin Regional 4, your Crushers 1. And before we say our goodbyes, Coach, how do you see yourself? You've got to start seeing you the way God sees you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are more than a conqueror. You are created to have dominion, and you are blessed. Please understand all the positivity going on in your life and stop allowing the negativity to dominate your mind. You are God's masterpiece and the light of the world. Go out there and act like it. Coach, I got to ask you this question. The handshake. I've been reading stuff where some hockey groups are talking about doing the handshake before the game. Have you heard anything about this as the two teams shake hands here at the end of the game?
I think there's a lot. I mean, a lot of the other sports have done that, and I think what they're trying to do is certainly during heated matches, it gets a little bit competitive, and you get a little bit of bad blood running against some people. But this game here was certainly by far that. I mean, it was very.
She lost us again, Coach. You guys. But anyway, we're going to finish it anyway. That's how we're going to do it. Hey, Coach Bradley, we appreciate you joining us on the stream this evening. The Crushers lose to Franklin Regional 4-1, and God bless and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Okey-dokey.